What's up everybody, Ninth Jim here, back with another VGC 2020 Pokemon Sword and Shield competitive video. Today, we're talking about Toxicroak. This Pokemon's pretty cool, has a solid typing being poison fighting, giving us a bunch of resistances and only a few weaknesses. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty solid move pool, pretty solid stats, and pretty solid abilities, 2 different abilities that are pretty cool. So this Pokemon's pretty sweet, pretty underrated, but admittedly pretty low tier as far as usage goes. Pokemon's still cool and definitely competitively viable. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, poison fighting, giving us 6 resistances, grass fighting, poison, bug, rock, and dark, and bug being that 2 times resistance or 4 times resistance, giving us only 0.25 times damage from bug moves, which is pretty cool. So, like, ain't no bug hurting this frog, you know what I'm saying? And then 2 times damage from ground type and flying type, and then 4 times from psychic. So a big quad weakness there with psychic, and a couple of big weaknesses there with ground and flying. This Pokemon is pretty frail, not really looking to take any of those attacks head on 2 times or 4 times, so stay clear of that. With our stats, so we have pretty solid rounded stats. HP 83 is pretty solid. Our defenses are both pretty low at 65 defense and 65 special defense. Both are not great. Definitely gonna not want to tank a lot of attacks with this Pokemon, to be honest. Kind of sucks because, like, you could play this Pokemon with a lot of regeneration. You know, things like Drain Punch, Black Sludge, and Dry Skin all heal a lot. However, this Pokemon can't really take much damage. It'd be cool. Maybe an Assault Vest build will rise one day, but for now, we're just going all in damage. So yeah, that's all we have. As far as our attack goes, though, 106 is pretty solid. 86 special attacks, like, whatever. You know, it kind of sucks that it's so high, actually, but it's fine. And then 85 speed is pretty solid. So really what we're looking at is a 106 attack and 85 speed. Pretty fast, pretty strong, pretty good stuff. For our abilities, we have 2 different good abilities, Poison Touch and Dry Skin. Poison Touch, whenever you make contact, 30% chance of poisoning, or Dry Skin, which just gives you health from a water type attack, and if it's raining, you gain 1/8, which is recovery from a healing item like the Black Sludge or Leftovers. Without further ado, let's get into the actual build itself. No more time to dilly-dally on... Whoops. No more time to dilly-dally on the overview. Let's get into the build. Alright, so as far as the build goes, this Pokemon's pretty cool. So our build is Ability, Poison Touch, Life Orb item. This is just for max damage output. You can definitely switch the ability. I think either one, neither is going to come up like super important with the current build. However, you could play it with Rain Team, you know, Pelipper, Seismitoad, Ludicolo, any combination of those, including Pelipper, and then use Dry Skin on this Pokemon. You can heal up a little bit. You could even potentially use Black Sludge. However, I said he's not tanking a lot of attacks, so maybe not, but maybe Life Orb. Life Orb is good, just giving us out constant 1.3 times damage is very good. Poison Touch is cool. We can get a little bit of tick damage with poison, which is cool. Into our moves, we have Drain Punch, Poison Jab, Sucker Punch, and Fake Out. Fake Out I like a lot. It's really good. It's Fake Out. Fake Out is very good. We have Sucker Punch, which is also just very good, giving us that guaranteed first hit against Pokemon that are using an attack move. Pretty good stuff. You can hit really big damage on things like Dragapult and other Pokemon that do big damage, or you can just finish off a lot of guys really easily with Fake Out or Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch if it wasn't just put in this turn, of course, obviously. And then we also have 2 good stab moves, our best physical stab moves, Drain Punch and Poison Jab. Do we actually get close combat? I don't think we get close combat, right? That would be cool if we got close combat. We don't, though, so we're going with the Drain Punch, and Poison Jab already gives us a... So we have a little bit of healing with Drain Punch, or Poison Jab giving us a little bit of a very high chance of getting poison, actually over 50%. It's a 60, right? It's 30 and 30, or does that 30 and the 30? I'm not sure. I suck at math, but what a bad game for me to play that I suck at math for. Anyway, so yeah, pretty cool moveset. I like that 4 set of moves. You could also put Protect on there, or any of the moves above Toxicroak there. The flex moves on our left. So we'll talk about those. Flex moves, we have Brick Break. This getting through screens is pretty good. I like it a lot. I think it's good. It's also Stab, which is cool. And then we have Gunk Shot. This is if you're willing to, have the chance of missing. It only has 80 accuracy, but it has 120 damage and also has chance to confuse. You can use this over poison jab. It's also physical. It's very, very good. Gunk shot is good. However, you'll miss sometimes. It's 80 accuracy. You're gonna miss. Next we have rock slide. It's just good. Like rock slide is just good. Especially since like one of our big weaknesses is flying. You know, rock slide is pretty cool. Thunder punch, also, you know, good option. And a lot of flying guys scare us, so why not have that as an option? And then our last move here is Swords Dance. I like Swords Dance a lot. I have it on my single spotlight build. I think it's good. I like it. Into our investments, it's very, very basic. 252 into attack, 252 into speed, and that's just it. And then Jolly, giving us plus speed, minus special attack. We put our last 4 into HP. You can put it into special defense or regular defense. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going HP so that we have the chance to Dynamax this. We have the choice of Dynamaxing this. It's not a bad target to Dynamax in the correct situation, but you probably won't very frequently. So yeah, that's it for this build. You could also run this with dry skin and then a little bit more healing and maybe even bulky with Assault Vest. That's another idea. Maybe I'll revisit this in the future with that. However, for now, this is our build that we're talking about today. For our synergies, our first one is Alolan Ninetales. This is pretty good. I think Vanillix was a really good way of utilizing this Pokemon before, you know, giving us really good access to destroying our scary Pokemon, you know, ground and flying. We just destroy both of those Pokemon with a strong Blizzard, which is pretty good. And setup, you can also set up Aurora Veil, which is pretty solid. You know, being able to put up Aurora Veil, max this Pokemon, or just use this Pokemon a little bit bulkier, which is pretty cool. And then we also drain. Obviously, we have Drain Punch, so we can like live a couple of attacks, or like one attack and then Drain Punch, and heal back up. That's another option. Our other option here is Rotom. The Rotom, any of the forms really do. Rotom Wash is just the best one in my opinion for a few reasons. First off, if you are playing this on dry skin, you know, water, rain team, you get boosted. You get a good Hydro Pump going, you know what I mean? Or even a max super move, whatever, Max Geyser. You know, either way, you get it really strong. Max Geyser can also set the rain for your Toxicroak if your Pelipper dies or didn't bring it, or whatever you want. That's cool. Other than that, we also have the Rotom Wash covers. It has access to Dark Pulse, and Thunderbolt. So, or like Thunder moves. So we can hit super effective damage on ground, flying, and psychic, which are all 3 of our weaknesses as Toxicroak, so it makes a very good teammate. It also has Levitate, so that if Toxicroak is being threatened by something like an Excadrill, you swap that out, and boom, you're good. Unless it's Mode Breaker. But, you know, you read the situation. That's going to be it for this slide here. We're going to go ahead and jump into some speed tiers now. So here we are at 150. We're on the same speed tier as Duraludon. A lot of Duraludons will commonly be timid, or like max speed with max investment and positive nature. So we'll be speed tying with Duraludon a lot. However, some Duraludon are now being bred just modest in max speed and max attack, so they'll be at 137. So I'd say probably like 75% of time you'll be on the same speed tier and speed tie against opposing Duraludon. However, you'll be outspeeding them sometimes, which is cool. Other things that we outspeed is Gyarados at 146. This is max speed. After a max airstream, obviously it'll be outspeeding us, and max airstream is pretty scary against Toxicroak, so that's scary. But you know, it is what it is. We outspeed it initially. Braviary, Chandelure, Togekiss, we always will be outspeeding initially as well, even though all of them can get faster. Not really the Chandelure, unless it's Scarfed, which will be like, I don't know, like 25 to 30% of the time probably. So we'll be outspeeding all of those most of the time. And then Vanillix will sometimes be Scarfed as well, 50-50. It's 50-50. It might be Scarfed. But we don't see Vanillix too much anymore. On from there, things that do outspeed us. Form Change Rotom can outspeed us by 1 if it's max speed and positive nature. However, if it's Scarfed, then it will be guaranteed to be outspeeding us as well. So Form Change Rotom will be outspeeding us sometimes. And then next we have Excadrill at 154. This is positive. If it's Adamant, then we outspeed it because then it would only be at 140. So Excadrill outspeeds us if it's Jolly, and that's it. And then next we have Mimikyu. Mimikyu outspeeding us at 162. Usually you'll see the Mimikyu being bred fast to be just a fast boy and be able to outspeed us. And then last we have Charizard. Charizard will be 100% of the time outspeeding us at that 167. It is always bred fast and super fast. Maybe, you know, you'll have your 1 out of 10 that is just like modest. I don't know. Probably not. Charizard, like 99% of the time, be outspeeding us. Alright, next we have some damage calcs. So we're really frail, so all of these are just me attacking with the Life Orb Toxicroak. So for our first one, we have Poison Jab from our Life Orb max invested into a very defensive Togekiss, 236 HP, 196 plus defense, being a bold. Only dealing 65 to 77% of its damage, guaranteed 2-hit KOing, which is very, very annoying, but just not able to close it out. If it is invested differently, without any defensive, like if it's just max speed, max attack, and I'm actually going to go ahead and boop, boop. We do actually have a really good chance of knocking it out. This is Dynamax. We have 94 to 111 damage. We have a 50% chance of knocking it out, 56 actually. And then if it Dynamaxes, we do about half. But yeah, pretty not bad. Not great, but not bad. Next, we have an Air Slash from a weak Togekiss. Very good chance of OHKOing, 37.5 chance to OHKO. If it is max Airstream, so if it maxes, or if it's max invested into special attack, it's a guaranteed OHKO and there's nothing we can do. Togekiss is not a great matchup. Not gonna lie. Not a great matchup, even though you would be like, oh, but we're poison, we can just kill it. Not a great matchup. Unfortunately. Next, we have Life Orb, Toxicroak, Drain Punch, -1 from Intimidate from the opposing Incineroar, guaranteed 2-hit KOing with Drain Punch, hitting 54 to 63%. This is a good matchup, actually, against Incineroar. Incineroar can't threaten too much damage. It kind of just has to, like, Parting Shot and Snarl us. Or not Snarl. That would be really dumb. Parting Shot and, like, Darkest Lariating us for, like, not great damage, while we're healing up most of it back with Drain Punch, and then guaranteed 2-hit KOing if it doesn't Parting Shot. So we're actually not in a bad position against Incineroar, which is a pretty good place to be. Next, we have Drain Punch into Tyranitar. This is a Dynamaxed, or this is a regular Tyranitar, hitting 153 to 186% of its damage. If it Dynamaxes, then we're not in the best position. We'll set off its weakness policy. It'll kill us with like a Rock Fall or something. But if it doesn't Dynamax, we just guaranteed kill it. If it does Dynamax, that plus like Dazzling Gleam from a Togekiss would kill it, which is pretty cool. And then a couple of other things would just like kill it. A couple of other like spread multi-targeting moves. Next, we have Sucker Punch into Dragapult. This is non-Dynamax Dragapult, only hitting 71 to 84%. Unfortunate, however, Sucker Punch is really good for getting that kill, finalizing the kill. It's not really meant to just, oh, I win, like right off the bat against a Pokemon. So it's fine for it to be hitting 70 to 84%. That's a very high amount. You can get that from like 2 turns of it attacking with Life Orb, and then you bring this in and Sucker Punch, and that's a cool thing, a cool little feature. Or if you burn it, or if there's sand, you know, whatever. A couple of turns, and you're good to just Sucker Punch for the win. Next, we have Drain Punch into Duraludon, giving us a guaranteed 3-hit KO. This is the only... this is Dynamaxed. I should have added that. This is Dynamaxed, boy. Just because it always Dynamaxed, like, it's always Dynamaxed. 9 out of 10 times when they bring Duraludon, it's just like, it's their Dynamax for the game. So, yeah. This is against Dynamax. 3-hit KOing a Dynamaxed guy, not too bad. Not too shabby. Although Duraludon, you know, will kill us with a Wormwind, so it's like, not too shabby, but not shabby. You know what I mean? Or like, very shabby? I don't really know. Anyway, on to the next one. We have Single Spotlight. This is our last slide. This is Toxicroak Single Spotlight. I don't foresee this Pokemon being of too much use in singles. It's, you know, it's not the greatest, but it's pretty cool. We're playing Life Orb, Dry Skin ability. You can definitely switch out the ability. No problemo. You could also go Choice Band if you wanted to, but then you'd have to change Swords Dance, and we just have this for Swords Dance, so we're running Life Orb. Life Orb plus Swords Dance is pretty good damage. Gunk Shot, Drain Punch, Sucker Punch, all doing pretty good damage, especially after Swords Dance. Get this Pokemon in a good position, set up Swords Dance, kill everything. That's kind of what you want to do with this guy in singles. It's pretty cool. Not the greatest. You can definitely find better Pokemon for it. As far as our investment goes, 252 and 252. It's just the exact same build. It's just very, very standard. That's about it for this video today. Toxicroak is pretty cool. Not amazing, but you know, it's pretty cool. And I definitely like. I would definitely like to see it more in standard and meta. So yeah. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. It means so much to me. We're killing it. Almost at 1.2K. We're going to be at 1.10K soon. And then 5 billion K. And we're just killing it in Pokemon and in YouTube. So let's keep going. In other news, it sucks that coronavirus just killed off all of our tournaments. I was going to North Carolina this weekend. Not anymore. Like, what? What about May? I want to go to New York in May for regional. Please, coronavirus, go away. Just come on. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's going to be it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good evening or morning or next 6 years. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.